What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Sorry for the delay. I've been busy working full-time and running a shop on the side. Doesn't give me a whole lot of time, but as you can see, I got the trans back together and in the truck. All new seals, all new clutches, all new bands. Pretty much everything's new. The only thing I reuse is the sensors, and they all tested good. So working it back in right now. Just figured I'd go ahead and start the video. I'm gonna get it in here, get the exhaust back up, get the drive shaft back on, and get some fluid in it, fill it up. Pans got a little, I gotta tighten these bolts a little bit. I kind of just threw them on. Figured I'd tighten them in the truck. And I did go ahead and pour 8 quarts of fluid in it, because it's gonna wind up taking somewhere around 12, maybe 15. So I will be back shortly once I get the trans all bolted up. Back running. I drove around the block once. I'm just going over everything right now. All right, it's running. Everything seems to be good. It shifts. I've drove it a couple times now. Actually about 5 or 6 times. Just around the block, nowhere far. I actually just did a data log, kind of looking at the tune. This is all just a preloaded tune. I haven't touched anything yet. So here I just did a data log. Just took it around the block on the main road so I could kind of step on it a little bit. Right here was the most I stepped on it was 44% throttle. Air fuel was a little lean right there, but I also just kind of jumped on it and then let off. So sometimes it takes a quick second for it to catch up, which right there you can see it caught up. It's 11.8, so it's a little rich. But you see I got dips right there. 11.6, 9% throttle. So it's a little rich when I let off. And then like right here is a really lean point, I'm seeing. But I was off the throttle, so I was probably cruising right there, just let off the throttle. So that's fine. And I gotta work on the trans tuning a little bit. Because it was, I got something weird going on. I think my speed sensor might be bad. I actually posted on a Terminator X Facebook page, but my speed sensor is kind of going wonky. Or no, that's input shaft speed. No, yeah, that's regular speed. My input shaft speed is more normal looking, and my actual speed gets wonky in spots. So I don't know if that sensor's acting up. I do have it teed, because the factory harness, well, not the factory harness, the Complete Wiring Solutions, I forget the name of the company that makes this harness for the factory computer to work, so all the gauges work. It actually splits off the vehicle speed sensor at the transmission, and you plug the Holly in here and this into the trans. So that might be why it has a little bit of weird reading, because that's going to mess with the resistance and everything. And if any of you guys watched, I guess I stopped to clean my wiring mess up here. I had the Dakota Digital box on there, so my speedometer reads correctly, which it does. so that's good. But this is just a quick little update video. I gotta make a run at the scrapyard with it, and I gotta get tires for it. I still got a couple things to do. The exhaust actually isn't all the way welded yet. I gotta finish welding some spots. And then it does need wheel bearings, probably ball joints. I'm gonna have to go over the front end a little bit. And then I do need to, I put this expansion tank in here. That's not working. It just keeps pushing water out. So I kind of had a feeling that wasn't gonna work, but I thought I'd try it. So the steam vent, what I'm gonna do is route it into the water pump, like right in there. You can drill a hole, tap it, and put a MPT fitting in there, and basically accomplish what you want it to accomplish. So that's the route I'm gonna go with that, and that'll alleviate that issue, because this just builds up pressure and then pushes the cap open, starts pushing fluid out. This truck just wasn't designed, factory radiator, to have an LS motor in it, because the factory engine in these trucks doesn't have a steam port, and the LS does. So there's other options. For those of you guys wondering, you can get a like a, I don't know what it's even called, but you basically cut your radiator hose, put it in there, and then you can tie it into that with an MPT fitting. But then it's visible. I don't really care to do that. I'd rather just put it in the water pump. You know, if the water pump ever goes, I'll have to do it in the new water pump. But how often does the water pump go? Especially if you buy, you know, like a factory AC Delco one. So I'm gonna keep messing with the tune. Probably drive it a few more times, and my next video, hopefully, maybe the next video will be doing that. I'll show you guys how to do that, and then we'll take it for a drive in the next video. See you guys.